Bahamas. If you were expecting the U.S. Virgin Islands and Jamaica in this first semifinal, tournament officials switched the two games so that USVI and Jamaica will play the later game, and Barbados and Bahamas will play this first game here at 6:45. I'm Craig Fada. He's Cal White. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from across the Caribbean and around the world. We saw ourselves a couple of good games in that first consolation round. We had a very tight game between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the British Virgin Islands. SVG was able to come away with a 4-point win, 71-67. Antigua and Barbuda defeated Guyana 68-57. That one was actually tied halfway through that fourth period before Antigua was able to run away with that one. So hopefully the trend will continue in this semifinal games tonight. This first one, Barbados and the Bahamas. You would think the Bahamas would be heavy favorites coming into this one, but you never count out a team with Dale Marie Cumberbatch on it.
Craig, this is where the fun starts. Remember, the top three teams moves on to Central Basket. For the Barbados team, Dale Marie Cumberbatch, she can fill it up in a hurry. Averaging 17.7 points. Remember, she's the leading scorer in Canadian League history. Yesterday, she had 18 points in the first half, so look for her to start off hot.
DMC had a ridiculous game last night, and let's see if she can continue her prolific scoring as we are just about set to tip it off. Starters for Barbados: Ashley Daniel, Dale Marie Cumberbatch, Tony Atherley, Jamila Studer, and Astrid Aline. For the Bahamas, Diasti Delancey, Felicia Kelly, Ashley Moss, Shania Armbrister, and Shalonda Neely. Our officials tonight are actually not on the sheet that was printed out, and I don't have name familiarity with the faces, so we will try to get that for you. Suffice it to say, they are three very well-qualified FIBA officials who have been doing an outstanding job throughout this tournament. Ball's in the air, and we are underway. Bahamas wins the tip. Kelly, jump shot from the left side. That's good. Felicia Kelly puts the Bahamas on the board first. Barbados breaks the pressure, and Dale Marie goes up and lays it in. We're tied at 2.
Craig, how do you not find the best scorer on the floor?
I would think the head coach for the Bahamas, Yolette McPhee-McEwen, would just assign somebody to her and basically give her the proverbial duct tape and say, don't leave her. Now the ball tipped out of bounds, and it's going to be to the Bahamas. Armbrister. She's had a couple of nice performances in this tournament thus far.
Armbrister is one of those players that can play inside out, depending on who's guarding her.
Nice ball movement by the Bahamas, but the shot was blocked by Astrid Aline. Atherley to Daniel. Now into the corner for Studer. Back up top to Dale Marie. 9 to shoot. Back over to Studer. She launches from 18. That's no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Neely. Kelly running it up left side. Picked up by Daniel around the screen. Kicks it out. And now stepping on the sideline is Armbrister. 8:29 to play, first quarter. We are tied at 2. And a big screen by Studer in the backcourt to free Daniel. Daniel getting the offense set. 10 to shoot. Atherley has it right wing, looking for help. Finally gets it to Studer. 3 to shoot. Atherley puts it up from 3, just about over the top of the backboard. Bahamas comes away with it. Now Kelly hangs in the air. Shot won't go. Pass up ahead to Studer. She goes under the basket a little too far as to kick it out to Atherley. She lines up the tray ball. Bang! Tony Atherley hits the 3 and gives Barbados a 5-2 lead. And a timeout on the floor did not see a signal as to who called the timeout. And nobody called the timeout.
Actually, the coach from Barbados called a timeout, but they didn't have possession of the ball, so they were not allowed to call timeout.
So they only credited a 2-pointer on that shot. I thought that was a clear 3, at least on the scoreboard. Delancey up top, 5 to shoot, driving, hanging. Shot won't go. She gets her own rebound, kicks it out to Armbrister. Back out to Armbrister. She shoots it up over Dale Marie and hits. Tough shot by Armbrister over the outstretched arms of Dale Marie Cumberbatch, and now Barbados gets their timeout. 7:05 to play, first quarter. We are back in Road Town. It's the 2015 Women's Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships. .705 to play, first quarter. They did change it on the scoreboard to a 3-pointer. It had only registered as a 2, but after some conference among the table staff, they did indeed change it to a 3. So it's a 5-4 Barbados lead. They have the ball with 7:03 to play, first quarter. Daniel into the front quarter, pass is tipped. It will remain in the possession of Barbados.
Both of these coaches very intense. Coach Mack, as you can see, picking up half court, putting a lot of pressure on this Barbados team, as she believes she can wear them down early in this game.
Barbados has some pretty good ball handlers, though. They should be able to withstand the pressure. Daniel driving from the left elbow. Now Aline goes up along the baseline. She draws the foul. That foul is going to be on Shalonda Neely. Astrid Aline, 36 years old. She's playing with a bandaged left pinky. She had her pinky and ring finger on that left hand heavily bandaged yesterday and was still able to play. Some of you saw that picture on social media. Aline hits the first free throw. Comes up short on the second. It's 6-4 Barbados. Delancey into the front court. Now to Kelly. Back to Delancey, to Armbrister. She drives baseline. She gets trapped. Out top to Kelly. She goes to the glass, and she travels.
Kelly took a little extra step there trying to get in between the two defenders. Referee saw it. Got called for the travel.
That was the Euro +1. Daniel between the rings. Right side now to Atherley, picked up by Armbrister. Pass to Dale Marie. Just about stolen, and then she rips it out of the defender's arms. Shot by Daniel along the baseline is no good. Rebound to Neely. Armbrister, cross-court pass to Delancey. Back to Armbrister, 3 on the way. That rings out. Rebound tracked down by Atherley in the corner. She throws it ahead to Daniel, but stolen by Neely. And now a bucket inside by Ashley Moss, and we are tied at 6 with 5:45 to play, first period.
Dale Marie Cumberbatch got to come back and help Athlete to release some of that pressure.
Daniel whips the pass out to Atherley. 3 on the way, rattles off. Daniel the rebound. Delancey fighting for it, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow goes to Barbados, so they will retain possession. Change of game ball as there was some moisture on that one. Atherley to inbound with 11 to shoot. She gets it to Studer. Studer works her way back into the lane. The floating left-hand hook is good off the glass. Tough shot by Jamila Studer.
Beautiful move, able to go from one end of the basket, use the glass with a kiss for the deuce.
Now Kelly on the wing, throws it away to Armbruster, and that's going to be an over and back violation. Turnover to Barbados.
Both of these coaches, well coached, well disciplined.
Daniel calling the play, getting it to Atherley on the right side. Coming up at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Barbados leading the Bahamas 8-6. Aline out to Daniel. Her jump shot is good. And Barbados now with a 10-6 lead. Driving the baseline was Kelly. Her shot was no good. Dale Marie tracks it down and now trapped along the side. And she gets tied up. Delancey was there, as was Armbruster. Now possession's going to go back the other way.
Pretty fast jump ball call there by the referee.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
As I thought there was a lot of hands and body on top. Dale Marie Cumberbatch. Nevertheless, Bahamas ball.
Now Kelly right wing to Armbruster, top of the key, swings it left side to Nesbitt, who's checked in. Now Armbruster back to Kelly, 10 to shoot. Nesbitt bounce pass to the baseline. Driving is Moss. Her reverse won't go. Atherley controls ahead to Dale Marie, but it's tipped away by Felicia Kelly. It's going to remain Barbados ball. 4:12 to play first quarter. And Linda Pierre checking in for Bahamas. Sitting down is Ashley Moss. Dale Murray's got it. To Atherley. Atherley off balance, puts up the floater, no good. Rebound inside by Linda Pierre. Nesbitt pushing right side around Daniel. Now kicking it out to Armbruster. 3 on the way. That rims off. But Barbados, or rather Bahamas, controls. Now Nesbitt, the three-point attempt, that comes up short. Rebound Aline. Atherley to Daniel, into the front court now. Daniel driving, checked by Nesbitt. Held a little bit, no call. Inside to Aline, 9 to shoot. She turns and shoots and hits. Astrid Aline with the pretty turnaround jump shot. And Barbados with the 12-6 lead over Bahamas. 3:15 to play, first period.
That was a nice move, and Lane didn't feel the defender on her, turned around, faced up. Good for the deuce.
Now Armbruster around the screen by Pierre, gets it to Kelly. Now into the corner. That's Nesbitt. She stepped on the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover. And it'll be Barbados ball. 3:03 to play first quarter.
Barbados got themselves in a nice little groove right now, nursing a 6-point lead. Let's hope, see if they can keep this up.
Now Daniel, hounded by Nesbitt as she brings it up court. Just about loses it. Atherley has it now to Aline. Back to Atherley, 7 to shoot. Skips into the lane and a foul called. Foul's going to be on Ashley Moss. Atherley to inbound. Now 10 to shoot. Daniel, beg your pardon, that's Cumberbatch. Fouled on the way up. That foul is going to be on number 9 for the Bahamas, Tracy Lewis. And Bahamas, trailing by 6 early, wants timeout. We'll take it as well. This is the 2015 CBC Women's Championships in Road Town on Tortola. Welcome back to beautiful Road Town on Tortola, here in the British Virgin Islands, the host nation of this 2015 CBC Championship. Earlier on, the BVI fell to St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the first of 2 consolation games, 71-67. That was a thrilling game. Dale Marie Cumberbatch misses the first free throw. It's only going to get better from here if you can get to Road Town, grab a boat, a ferry, anything that floats, find your way to Tortola, make your way to the lovely multi-purpose sports complex and watch some good basketball. We've got another very good one coming up here tonight. Then the bronze medal game tomorrow, as well as the championship game. And then the men start on Monday. Cumberbatch hits the second free throw, and it's 13-6. Nesbitt to Armbruster, left wing. Back to Nesbitt. To Lewis in the corner. She pulls up, and she travels. So things aren't going the way of the Bahamas right now. They've really kind of had their way the entire tournament so far, but they're facing a challenge here tonight from Barbados.
Well, Barbados have to be feeling very good about themselves with this lead, and Dale Marie Cumberbatch hasn't got off yet.
DMC tries the drive and the dish, but it's intercepted by Lewis. Lewis taking it against 2 defenders of Barbados, gives it up. Shot missed by Nesbitt, rebound underneath to Barbados, and here comes Atherley back the other way. Inside of 2 minutes to play first quarter now, 13-6 Barbados. Studer to Phillips. Back to Atherley. Fakes out Nesbitt, lobs it inside, but Studer too heavily guarded. Phillips now with 3 on the shot clock, puts up the air ball, and that's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Bahamas ball.
2 times the Barbados team missed Dale Marie Cumberbatch wide open on the left side of the floor. They got to try to get her more shots if they're going to try to win this game.
I think it bodes well for them that they're up by 7 and they really haven't found her yet. Now the pass inside. Blocked. And then stripped away. Good effort by the Barbados defense on Pierre. Now Cumberbatch hounded by Nesbitt, and she draws the foul.
If there was charges fouled on that last defensive play, she would have got fouled, charged for first-degree robbery, as she had 2 hands on top of Dale Marie Cumberbatch.
Now the nice lob inside to Aline, but she couldn't finish. A gorgeous pass by Tony Atherley. Now Armbruster back at the other end. A minute to play first quarter. Armbruster into the corner. The hanger off the glass by Lewis is no good. Out of bounds. That's going to be Bahamas ball. Kelly getting set to check back in. She replaces Tracy Lewis. Tiffany Thorpe on now for Barbados. She replaces Astrid Aline.
It's going to be interesting to see how this Bahamas team react because they haven't been down, I think, for the entire tournament.
5 to shoot. Kelly from the left wing driving into the teeth of the Barbados defense. Shot put up, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Bahamas coaches not pleased with the officiating thus far. You might have heard that in the background on our microphones. And now a tie-up between Nesbitt and Phillips.
Nesbitt is a little scrappy defender. Tries to get her hands in there.
Possession to Barbados, 31.2 to play first quarter. And who'd have thunk that to this point, Bahamas would have only scored 6 points in the quarter. Dale Marie with 1 to shoot. It's a Studer. Does she get it off? She does, and it counts. 15 to 6 now in favor of Barbados.
Dale Marie Cumberbatch is such a good scorer. She draw 2 defenders on her, leaving the other player wide open.
Now a 3 from Armbrister is no good. Dale Marie comes away with the rebound. Is she going to get a shot? She will not. And that's how the first quarter is going to end in favor of Barbados. 15 to 6. This is the 2015 Caribbean Basketball Confederation Women's Championship at the Multipurpose Sports Complex in Roadtown on Tortola. We're back in 2 minutes. Perhaps an upset in the brewing. 15 to 6 in favor of Barbados over the Bahamas after 1 quarter. Cal, what has Barbados done thus far to get this lead?
Well, they're moving the ball really, really well. A lot of the focus is on Dale Marie Cumberbatch. She's drawing 2 and sometimes 3 defenders. And when that happens, you got to find people that's knocking the shots down. Right now, Barbados are making them pay for that.
Tony Atherley and Astrid Aline are a couple of those players who have been getting it done for Barbados in that first period. Jamila Studer as well. Now a bit of a delay here as we go to start the second quarter. There's some discussion at the table among the officials. None of the floor officials are involved, so Have to assume something to do technical. I don't know if they're checking the score. The online score has it 16-7, but the scoreboard here shows it 15-6. Not sure if that's what the discrepancy is. You always go by the book and not online, but
We're doing the book.
and I believe that's what they may be huddling about.
Huh?
And now officials timeout. They're going to call the teams back to the benches.
What's the official?
While they get this sorted out.
book.
I think they're trying to figure out just what the score is. Again, don't forget, this is the first of 2 semifinal games. They flip-flopped the schedule here this evening, as the first game was supposed to be U.S. Virgin Islands and Jamaica. The second game was supposed to be Barbados and Bahamas. They changed the schedule. Barbados and Bahamas playing now. U.S. Virgin Islands and Jamaica will play at 9. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, it's going to be the 7th place game between the British Virgin Islands and Guyana, and then at 4:15, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Antigua and Barbuda for the 5th place game. And after that, we'll have the bronze medal game between the 2 teams that are not victorious in the semifinal games tonight, and then the final between the 2 winners. We will have all that for you right here on Tortola2015.com. And if you can find your way here to Road Town, you are going to see some outstanding basketball. We've seen some great basketball already, and it's just going to continue to get better as the top teams will be squaring off as the brackets narrow. It's a great atmosphere here in the building. It's an exciting atmosphere outside the building. During the BVI game here earlier today, not sure if you saw the post on social media, but there were lots of school kids here in the building on a break, and every time BVI scored, well, they'd pretty much lose their minds, and it was a lot of fun here in the building.
So the holdup is on the scoreboard. The score is 15-6 Barbados, which is the official score. If you're watching the games via net on the stream, you're seeing 16-7. That score is incorrect. When in doubt, always go by the official scores book.
That is absolutely correct. You always go with the official score. They have multiple people scoring, and the problem might be that they might have multiple people having different scores. This is the first time we've really had this happen in this tournament. So, as they continue to work on figuring out the official score, we will step away. This is CBC 2015 from Road Town. Welcome back to the Multi-Purpose Sports Complex here in Road Town on Tortola, British Virgin Islands. After all that, the score on the scoreboard remains 15-6. The score on the online stats still says 15-7. Partner, you thought that they credited a Dale Marie Cumberbatch free throw for Barbados to Felicia Kelly of the Bahamas, and that's where the problem was, but I'm not sure if they just have to get the score changed now. It looks like it just changed in the online stats. Still says 15-6, but at least the scoreboard and the online scoring match.
I do remember Dale Marie Cumberbatch scoring one free throw and one field goal. She had an open layup. I remember when I said, how do you not find Dale Marie Cumberbatch for the wide open layup?
And now Cumberbatch drawing the foul on Felicia Kelly. So after all that, the score remains 15-6 as my partner Calvert White, former men's national team player for the U.S. Virgin Islands, continues to help out the table. Dale Marie Cumberbatch still without any official points in the online scoring. He says she's got a field goal and a free throw. Now Atherley pulls up from just inside the three-point line as the shot clock expires. Cannot connect. Now the shot off the backboard at the other end is no good. And then the follow rings out by Ashley Moss. Bahamas retains control. Now Armbrister can't connect. Ball ping-ponged around. Dale Marie Cumberbatch had it for a moment. Then Nesbitt. And Atherley has it. And now a tie-up.
Bahamas playing look like they have that imaginary man on the rim that keeps swatting the ball off.
Sometimes it seems like that, doesn't it?
If they've blown several easy layups here in the second quarter.
And then the ball looked like it was made with flubber. Nobody could hang on to it, just bouncing all over the place. Dale Marie trapped along the sideline. She gives it up to Tony Atherley. She pops from 17. That's no good. Rebound run out of there by Delancey. Latoya Thompson into the game now. Over to Nesbitt. She drives. Gives it up.
Ooh,
and then
beautiful
Tony
move.
Atherley, beautiful behind the back dribble as Dale Marie goes up for the easy deuce, and that's the first field goal of this second quarter. 17-6 in favor of Barbados. Delancey between the rings, guarded by Phillips. Now Thompson driving from the corner. Shot is up and off, but a foul called.
Bahamas
That's
not getting anything
Tiffany
going.
Thorpe, her first.
Dale Marie Cumberbatch with a little wardrobe malfunction. Getting the headband back on her head.
And she's tying that hairband up. It's not a problem that Tony Atherley has. As she goes with the close cropped cut. Second free throw by Nesbitt is up and good, and that's the first point of this second quarter for the Bahamas. Now Nesbitt sits down. Armbrister back in. Jamaica is showing pressure. Trailing by 10, 17-7, with 7:53 to play second quarter. Pressure broken easily by Barbados. Now
Barbados
Phillips
did what they're supposed to do perfectly, getting the ball in the middle of the floor to beat the press.
Atherley spins her way into the lane. Beautiful drive, but cannot find its way home. And now the Bahamas back the other way. Delancey into the corner to Armbrister. Thompson back to Delancey. Back to Thompson. Thompson puts up the running floater from the free throw line. That's no good. Rebound taken underneath. And Bahamas still can't convert. It was a beautiful pass from Moss to Neely, but Neely's shot rolled off. 17-7 Barbados, 7:07 to play second quarter. Phillips was trying to find Studer, but Studer wasn't anticipating the pass, and that turned into an easy steal for the Bahamas. And Bahamas still can't convert. And now finally, oh, I spoke too soon. I thought for sure that shot by Shalonda Neely was going to go up and in, but it didn't. A foul called, however.
Difference in the game right now, Barbados are getting easy, wide open shots, and everything that the Bahamas are getting are tough, contested shots.
To the free throw line is Shalonda Neely, shooting 12.5% from the free throw line in this tournament. Misses that one.
Barbados also doing a good job slowing the tempo of this game down. With a deep bench like Bahamas, you want to play at a slow tempo.
Second free throw up and in for Shalonda Neely. Now Barbados breaking the press again into the corner, back to Atherley. Nice touch pass from Dale Marie. Atherley's shot flipped up off the side of the backboard and out of bounds off of the Bahamas. It's going to be Barbados ball as Beth Daniel comes in. Beg your pardon, Ashley Daniel. Thinking of the pro golfer Beth Daniel. So it's going to be Barbados ball with the fresh, semi-fresh 14, not the full 24. Cumberbatch hounded by Kelly. Now spinning. That was Delancey on her, and now the shot is up and in.
Dale Marie Cumberbatch seen multiple defenders as she get to the point. If they're not giving her any space.
19-8, an 11-point lead as the three-pointer by Armbrister is no good. Rebound to Aline. Daniel. Pass intercepted and now taken by Delancey. To Armbrister. Skip pass to Thompson. Three on the way. No. Rebound to Dale Marie, and she gets hammered by Delancey and then finished off by Ashley Moss.
I'm wondering if the defense by Coach Mack is to put multiple bodies and actually play very physical with Maria Del Cumberbatch.
Well, we'll see if they make some adjustments. 19-8 in favor of Barbados. Now Dale Marie kicks it to Astrid Aline. Short jumper won't roll in. Rebound Bahamas. Driving baseline and spinning. Beautiful move off the glass by Shania Armbrister. And it's 19-10. Ashley Daniel, beautiful bounce pass inside to Aline. Her shot won't go, gets her own rebound. Shot blocked, but tapped back to Daniel. Daniel giving it to Studer. She pops from 15, and that's good. Jamila Studer makes it 21-10 in favor of Barbados. Now a beautiful pass underneath. Moss goes up with the easy lay-in. 4:50 to play. It's 21-12. Neely and Kelly check back in for the Bahamians. Atherley and Medish in for Barbados.
Elaine asking the ref for a timeout. Looked like she lost a contact. The problem is Bahamas had possession of the ball, so the ref wasn't going to stop the play.
Atherley into the corner to Studer, now up top to Daniel. Back to Phillips. She drives baseline, loses the handle. Here come the Bahamians. Delancey running, cut off by Daniel nicely. Good hustle on the defensive end. Now Armbrister, bounce pass to Neely. She's double teamed, loses control. Here comes the Barbados offense, and Daniel can't get the shot up, blocked, and Daniel seems to have hurt her left ankle on the way down. 4:14 to play, second quarter, 21-12 lead for Barbados. And Ashley Daniel over the end line holding her left ankle. So as they tend to Ashley Daniel, we will step away. This is the 2015 Women's Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships in Roadtown. We are back in Roadtown as Ashley Daniel helped off the court by 3 of her teammates and a pair of Roadtown Fire and Rescue Brigade personnel. And Cal, if Ashley Daniel can come back in this one, how much of a loss is that for Barbados?
That's a big, big hurt for Barbados, as she was primarily the ball handler for the team, had herself a pretty good game going. Somebody from the bench is going to have to step up.
It's 21-12 in favor of Barbados. 4:14 to play, second quarter. Barbados really has been in control this whole game. Well, Barbados had to wait for 3 of its players to come back out, as they were the ones who helped carry out Ashley Daniel. Atherley into Dale Marie. Jamila Studer. Now the lob inside. Spiked out of there by Neely. At the other end, it's beautifully finished by Felicia Kelly. And it's 21-14. Phillips just about loses it going over the timeline. Studer on the right wing. Guarded by Moss. Flips the pass inside, and the shot is up. And a foul called. Screened by the official, so I didn't quite see what was the call. I believe it was going to be on Linda Pierre. Now Melisha Pedersen has checked in. Atherley's free throw is up and good. 22-14 now.
Coach Mack getting real intense on her players, as she thought Jania Ambrister missed her assignment. Remember, that's her leading scorer for this tournament. She took her out, told her she's not bigger than the team. Sometimes as a coach, you have to send a message to your top players so the rest of the team can see.
23-14. Barbados has been in control the whole way. 10 to shoot. Now a tough shot thrown up by Shalonda Neely. It goes, and she draws the foul. Called against Lana Medish.
I thought she got away with an extra step.
I thought the same thing.
But
and now a timeout called by Barbados. 3:26 to play. Barbados still up by 7. We're back in a minute in Rotown. (23-16) in favor of Barbados over the Bahamas, but the Bahamians slowly chipping their way back into this one. Barbados has been in control the whole way out. Free throw is no good, and so Neely cannot complete the and one. Now a nice job by Phillips to break the press of the Bahamas. 10 to shoot. Studer's got it top of the key. She gets it inside to Lana Medish. Now back out, bounces it back into Dale Marie. She puts it up. That rolls off the top of the glass, or rather off the top of the rim. No good. Now Medish a three-pointer. That's no good. And now a whistle.
Dale Marie Cumberbatch fighting down there to get an offensive rebound, was held.
Foul on Melisha Pedersen.
Barbados have done a wonderful job with the press. Press is designed to speed you up. As soon as they break it, they kind of settle it back down and run their offense.
Well, you look at the age of the Barbados players, and while they might have lost a step speed-wise, they don't lose their cool when they're being pressed. When you talk about Tony Atherley and Dale Marie Cumberbatch, Jamila Studer, those are all players in their 30s.
Seems to be a well-experienced team.
The full court press is not going to make them sweat. Now Delancey between the rings, moving to her left, back right side. Three on the way is no good by Kelly. Rebound taken underneath by Medish. Phillips around the screen by Atherley now, finding a little space, and then it goes off of Shalonda Neely. It's going to remain in the possession of Barbados as Nesbitt checks in. And Pedersen sits down. 2:14 to play, second quarter. Barbados up 23-16. Now, Medish found nicely underneath by Atherley. She can't finish, but a foul called underneath on the rebound. The foul called on Valerie Nesbitt, and the officials warning the bench of the Bahamas, starting to get a little too animated in protesting the calls. Only one coach at a time is allowed to be up. Only one person on the bench is allowed to be up at a time per FIBA rules.
I think that time we got a reaction from the entire bench.
Cumberbatch nurses the free throw in. She gets them both, and it's 25-16, 2:10 to play, second quarter. Nesbitt over to Kelly. She drives, fades away. The ball goes off the head of Medish, and then a foul called. And they say the foul was on Atherley. That was a little far away from me. I didn't quite see what happened under there. All I saw was
Athlete
the ball
pointing.
going off of Medish's melon. Now into the corner, it's Kelly. Swung to the other side to Lancey. Ball popped out of there. Now Nesbitt's got it. 4 to shoot, hanging from inside the left elbow. No good. Rebound. Strongly taken by Medish. Minute 40 to play, second quarter. Barbados leading 25-16. And now that's going to be a turnover as Phillips is hounded defensively by Diasti Delancey.
Finally, the pressure of the Bahamas plaguing the Barbados. They was able to force a turnover.
Delancey bounce pass right side to Nesbitt into the corner to Kelly. Now Nesbitt flips one up. That's no good. Fought for and then rolled ahead and taken by Kelly at midcourt. 10 to shoot. Delancey thought about the three, stepped inside, made the shot fake, and then lost control. It's going to be Barbados ball. A minute 10 to play in the quarter.
Lana Matisse has done a wonderful job since entering this game on defense. She's been rebounding, clogging up that middle.
Studer tries to get it to Janelle Oderson, but it's tipped out of bounds by Delancey. It's going to be Barbados ball, 12 to shoot. Atherley to inbound. Holder into Delancey. She goes down. No call either way. Shot is missed, but a foul call. That's going to be against Shalonda Neely. 41.9 to play in the second quarter.
Right now, the Barbados team just a little more hungry, a little more quicker to the ball, as they've gotten themselves quite a few second chance points.
Free throw up and through by Studer. 26-16. We talked last night about BVI and Jamaica, that the pace, that the lower scoring was going to favor BVI. In this lower scoring game, who does it favor?
It favors Barbados because their bench is not as deep as the Bahamas. Bahamas want to run the floor. They want to speed the game up. It's in their favor right now.
27-16, 23 left on the game clock, 4 on the shot clock, now 3. Shot underneath, put up, and finally put in by Ashley Moss. Good patience by the Bahamas. Shot clock is off, game clock now at 10. Atherley into the front court, picks up her dribble. To Studer, now into the corner for Medish. She drives, puts it up off the glass. That won't go. Dale Marie fights for the rebound, and Bahamas will not get a final shot off. And that is how the first half is going to end in favor of Barbados with the score 27-18. What an exciting first half. Not one that we expected. We did not think Barbados would be up by 9 after 2 quarters, but that is how it stands. 27-18 here in Road Town on Tortola. This is the 2015 Women's Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships first semifinal game. In the consolation games earlier, SVG beat BVI 71-67, and Antigua and Barbuda beat Guyana 68-57. Tomorrow at 2, the 7th place game, it's going to be the British Virgin Islands against Guyana, and then at 4:15, St. Vincent and the Grenadines against Antigua and Barbuda for the 5th place game. The bronze medal game and the final will be determined by the outcome of this game and the one coming up after this, U.S. Virgin Islands and Jamaica. We invite you to stick around. If you have not made your way here yet to the multi-purpose sports complex in Road Town on Tortola, we invite you to do so. There's going to be some good basketball played here the rest of the evening. We're back in a few minutes. This is Tortola 2015. Welcome back to the 2015 Caribbean Basketball Confederation Women's Championships at the Multipurpose Sports Complex in Road Town on Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. BVI has been a wonderful host for these games. Don't forget, we've got another whole tournament coming up next week as the men take the floor. In this one, Barbados leading the Bahamas 27-18 as we come out of halftime. Calvert White, what do you see statistically?
Well, the Barbados team is playing at their pace. They're not letting Bahamas speed them up. And they're doing a pretty good job beating the full court press. For them, it's the role players right now that's keeping them in the game. Dale Marie Cumberbatch has not had a big output in the first half, but she's doing what a star player does. She's finding the open players, and right now they're knocking down the shots.
What adjustments do you think that the Bahamas made in the locker room at halftime to try to come back in the second half?
A lot of it has to do with some of the easy shots that the Bahamas team missed. Coach Mack is probably going to tell them, get it inside, let's start to get some easy buckets, and maybe our outside shots can then fall.
Teams played even in the second quarter, 12 apiece, after Barbados led 15-6 after one. Leading scorers, Barbados, led by Dale Marie Cumberbatch with 9. And for the Bahamas, Ashley Moss has 6. And Barbados turns it over on their first possession. And a nice easy layup for Shalonda Neely, and that's a good start for the Bahamas.
That's what they got to do, get easy buckets, probably force a couple turnovers, get back in this game.
Studer handing it to Atherley. She just about gives it up, and she does. Here comes Nesbitt. Nesbitt starting the second half. And now a double dribble called against Felicia Kelly. Valerie Nesbitt starting the second half in place of Armbruster.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Barbados team in this opening minute of the third quarter.
Now in the corner it's Studer to Atherley. 3 on the way. That circles out. Rebound battled for underneath and a travel. I think Studer had it. And then as she was battling for it, travel. Delancey over to Nesbitt right wing. Trying to find Neely, instead gives it to Moss. Now outside to Thompson, I beg your pardon, Delancey. Back to Kelly. Now Nesbitt circles around in the corner. 5 to shoot. Neely with the shoulder into a lean, goes up strong and lays it in. Strong move.
Able to clear some space between her and the defender, gets some up.
Now Phillips has her shot volleyball spiked out of bounds by Shalonda Neely.
Barbados right now getting out of the game plan. Bahamas has been able to speed them up this second half.
Somebody's got her game face on. Looking at the Bahamas bench. Now a fast break opportunity for the Bahamas as Felicia Kelly draws the Bahamas to within 3 at 27-24. Dale Marie Cumberbatch for 3, misses. Phillips the rebound, now Studer from 18. Beautiful shot by Jamila Studer.
She's made that shot consistently all night from on top of the key.
First bucket of the second half for Barbados. Kelly for 3. Bang! And just like that, the Bahamas to within 2 at 29-27 with 7:34 to play in this third quarter. And Barbados wants timeout. We'll take time out as well. This is the 2015 Women's Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships from Road Town on Tortola.
Hello.
.738 to play, third quarter. The Bahamas have pulled it within 2 at 29-27.
Barbados doing the opposite of what got them the lead in the first half. They're letting this Bahamas team speed them up. Turnovers, it was able to handle the ball pretty well in the first half. Start the second half, already 2 turnovers.
9-2 run for the Bahamas to start this second half. Dale Marie from 17, right side. That rolls off. Nesbitt pushing. Throws it a little bit too far ahead for Kelly, and then Kelly gets bumped by Aline. Aline was going for the ball and actually made contact with it, so that's going to remain Bahamas ball. 7:20 to play, third quarter. Nesbitt checked by Dale Marie. Now the baseline drive and shot by Delancey is no good, and here comes Barbados back the other way. Studer long deuce, and that's good. 31-27, back to a 4-point cushion for Barbados.
Studer with a beautiful stroke from the left side of the court.
Nesbitt around the screen by Neely. Now driving is Kelly. She flips it up as she falls down. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to go to Barbados. Astrid Aline, the baseball style pass intercepted by Shalonda Neely rather. Now Atherley with the steal. Ahead to Dale Marie. Gets her defender in the air. Goes up off the glass and in. 33-27, now a 6-point lead for Barbados. 6:23 to play, third quarter.
Dale Marie Cumberbatch that time giving the defender the head fake. She bit on it, was able to go for the deuce.
3 on the way by Barbados is no good, but they get it back. And now Delancey hot potatoes it out of bounds. Atherley hounded by Delancey. Now stolen. Here comes the Bahamas back the other way. Delancey, and now a foul away from the shot. Dale Marie Cumberbatch. So that was away from the shot. It will be Bahamas ball. 5:50 to play, third quarter. Bahamas trailing by 6. Nesbitt launches the 3. That's no good. Rebound by Astrid Aline. Nicely positioned and boxed out by the veteran. Phillips has her pass tipped by Nesbitt, who is playing with a tremendous amount of energy on the floor. She replaced Armbrister in the starting lineup the second half, and she wants to stay out there. And now a timeout for the Bahamas. Bahamas trailing 33-27, third quarter here at the 2015 Women's Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships. We're back in Road Town in a minute.
What I miss?
Back at the multi-purpose sports complex in Road Town, beautiful British Virgin Islands. Of course, I think all the islands down here are beautiful. Cumberbatch just about lost her footing. Now Studer with a nice pass inside to Atherley. She gets fouled on the way up. Foul called against Valerie Nesbitt. Atherley will go to the free throw line. She is a 77.8% free throw shooter in this tournament. Barbados with a 6-point lead. Atherley hits the first free throw. She's got one of the nicer, more confident free throw strokes that we've seen in this tournament. Connecting on both. And now Bahamas making a substitution. Nesbitt sitting down, Pedersen coming in. Armbruster has yet to see the floor in this second half. 5:25 to play, third quarter. Delancey into the corner to Pedersen, back to Delancey on the wing. Delancey better be careful, her left shoe is untied. Now Kelly over to Pedersen, 3 on the way. That's off the side of the backboard, taken by Atherley. She's challenging. Has to circle around, the numbers weren't there. Back up top to Aline. Phillips to Studer, 7 to shoot. 18-footer by Studer, that's no good. Rebound taken by Neely. Here comes Pedersen. Passing lane cut off nicely by Dale Marie. No call at the other end as Pedersen bowls over a moving Phillips. If anything, I think that probably would have been a block, so a good no call if you're a Barbados fan.
I think she got away with one right there. I thought the defender was set, had a pretty planning.
See, I thought the opposite. I thought she was moving, so probably a good thing it was a no call. Now this foul against Shalonda Neely. I'll beg your pardon. Held that on Yosti Delancey. Thought I saw 14 held up. 14 is on the floor. Guess I need to get my bifocals fixed. And it's a turnover and an easy bucket potentially for the Bahamas, but Atherley makes it not quite so easy, but Kelly's able to convert. 35-31, 4:04 to play, third quarter. And now a foul called on Felicia Kelly. And the Bahamas bench again being worn by the officiating crew. Now the long inbound pass to Dale Marie Cumberbatch. Her pass to Astrid Aline is intercepted by Neely. Baseline drive, spinning Moss. She tries to kick it out, but she throws it right to Dale Marie Cumberbatch. She pulls up, and now the bounce pass to Astrid Aline, and she scores. Actually, that was Jamila Studer, and it's back to a 6-point edge for Barbados, 37-31.
Studer has had herself a pretty solid game today, hitting those 10 and 15-foot jump shots.
Both Studer and Aline, I think, have played very well, and now a three-pointer. My Felicia Kelly makes it a 3-point game at 37-34. Atherley into the front court. Guarded by Kelly. Out of bounds, and Atherley upset as she loses control of the ball and turns it over. Now Albertha Russell checking in for the Bahamas. I don't think we've seen her yet. Delancey bringing it up. In the corner to Pedersen, back to Delancey, right wing. Quick move by Delancey, finds a little bit of space, goes glass, that won't go in. Rebound taken by Aline. Atherley to Studer, and Barbados gets it across. Lob to Aline. Baseline move, flips it up with the right hand. What a move by Astrid Aline.
That's an old veteran move right there. Able to go under the arms of the defender.
Now a nice move by Kelly and a bounce pass to Moss, a little too low. She has to give it up to Pedersen. 3-ball won't go. Rebound Atherley. 2:20 to play third quarter. Barbados maintaining a 5-point lead. Now Studer's baseline jumper won't fall. And a foul against Astrid Aline. Don't forget, coming up after this one at 9 o'clock, it's going to be the U.S. Virgin Islands against Jamaica. The second semifinal to see who plays for the gold medal of the 2015 Women's Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championship.
Spoke to Coach Eatman after the game yesterday. And I asked him if there's kind of a rivalry between the two teams. As I said, Jamaica beat the Virgin Islands in the 2014 tournament. In Central Basket, the Virgin Islands beat Jamaica in Mexico, so it's 1-1. So he's looking forward to the matchup.
Nesbitt out to Russell from 15. That's no good. Rebound Nesbitt inside. Fights her way up, and she gets fouled by Tiffany Thorpe. $1:50 to play third quarter. Nesbitt at the free throw line. A 40% free throw shooter for the tournament, misses the first. Books the second. Back to a 4-point lead. Another press by the Bahamas. Atherley. Nice patience by Atherley to shake the defender, finds Studer. Studer goes up, her layup rolls off the top of the ring. Thorpe controls. Aline into the corner for Thorpe. Now the lob back to Aline. Beautiful move by Astrid Aline. And I think if they get it to her in that position, she's going to score all day.
Aline, definitely one of the veteran players. I think the Barbados team might be having something going if they can find her more often inside.
Now Felicia Kelly on the drive. Her shot won't fall, but she draws the foul on Thorpe. That is her second. Now Shalonda Neely and Ashley Moss back in for Bahamas. Pierre and Russell sit down.
More surprisingly, Craig, we haven't seen Shania Ambrister for the third quarter.
Yep.
I know the coach got pretty heated with her in the second quarter. Seems like she's sending her a little lesson right now.
Kelly caresses the first free throw in and swishes the second. 41-36 in favor of Barbados. 41-37 make it. Bahamas wants timeout as soon as they can get one. Studer, as Barbados again breaks the press rather easily. Atherley driving, gets it to Thorpe underneath. She goes glass, that won't go. Ball ping-ponged out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Bahamas.
Athlete pretty upset that Thorpe wasn't able to make that layup as she was wide open by herself under the basket.
Nesbitt into the front court, around the screen by Moss. Free ball on the way by Kelly is no good. Rebound underneath. Taken by Studer. She's finally able to get it out of there and then poked out of bounds by Nesbitt. And Now the bench for the Bahamas officially warned as the second coach gets up to protest the call, and he said, that's your warning. Next time you get out of your chair, that's a technical foul. And in a game where it's possibly going to kind of come down to the wire, you don't want to give up a tee. And now Tiffany Thorpe at the other end goes up in traffic and lays it in. And she will go to the line for the and one.
Thorpe, who just missed the easy layup, comes back with the next possession. Beautiful layup.
The foul is against Felicia Kelly, 43-37. Thorpe misses the free throw. Nesbitt jetting up the court, taking it strong to the rack, no good. Phillips the rebound, and she's running back the other way. Hounded by Nesbitt, throws it ahead to Thorpe. Now Aline, and Barbados slows it down. Shot clock is off, game clock at 10. Phillips to Studer. Now the lob inside to Atherley. She throws up the shot, falling down. Thorpe with a follow, and she scores!
Thorpe coming back big time after blowing the layup, scoring the last two possessions for the Barbados team.
What perseverance by Barbados at the end of the third quarter. The lead now 45-37 as we head to the fourth. I have a feeling that this one's going to get close again. Come on out to Roadtown. You can still make the fourth quarter for this one and the whole semifinal for the Virgin Islands against Jamaica coming up at 9 o'clock. We're back in 2 minutes at the Multipurpose Sports Complex. This is CBC 2015. Welcome back to Roadtown in the Multipurpose Sports Complex here in the capital of the British Virgin Islands. Barbados leading the Bahamas 45-37. Dale Marie Cumberbatch with 11 points. Jamila Studer with 10. Astrid Aline with 8 rebounds to lead Barbados. Felicia Kelly with 16 for the Bahamas. No one else in double figures. Shalonda Neely with 7. And Ashley Moss with 6. And don't forget, Barbados able to maintain most of that 9-point halftime lead after Ashley Daniel went down with that apparent ankle injury. Now a 3 on the way, that's no good. Rebound underneath, taken by Moss. Now Kelly attacking, drawing the foul. The shot won't go, but she will go to the free throw line. Cal, we've been talking the whole game. Barbados really has been in control. What do the Bahamas have to do? Bahamas, though, is frustrated. If they start to pressure, and commit some fouls, that may make them even more frustrated.
I think part of it is they didn't expect to be down by this Barbados team. As I said earlier, they really haven't had that much challenge in the first game against the Virgin Islands. They've been smooth sailing.
And in the second half, we still have yet to see Armbruster as Atherley misses the layup attempt over the hard defense by Delancey. Delancey hustling to get back. Now Kelly shaking Phillips. Now the lob into the corner for Pedersen, a little too far, but she's able to save it to Delancey. 8 to shoot, 3 on the way. That's no good. Rebound Astrid Oline. Tiffany Thorpe bringing it up. Phillips between the rings, picked up by Kelly. Atherley now kicks it out to Studer, backing out. Lob inside to Atherley now, double teamed. Everybody goes to the floor, and that's going to be a jump ball. Barbados will retain possession. Will they give them 14 back on the clock? I don't think they will. That stays at 2. I think the young man assigned to mop the floor at the other end must have gone out for a Johnny cake. Because they had to bring in the young man from the far end. Go for a Johnny cake right about now.
If you've never tasted Johnny cake from the British Virgin Islands, I can see why he left. They're very good.
I had my first one the other day, and oh, it was good. Reminds me of an Italian pastry called a pitola, but the Johnny cake just a little bit sweeter. And Studer can't get the shot off in time.
It's a bad possession by Barbados. You got to be aware of the shot clock. 2 seconds on the clock. She took too many time.
Yeah, that was a quick 2 also. I mean, they didn't have a full 2. That wasn't just a tick under 3. That was just barely over 1. Now the missed shot and a great rebound soaring in is Ashley Moss. Now Shalonda Neely with the pretty shot from about 12 feet on the left side, and it's 45-39. Studer on the attack, now giving it up to Aline. She tries to bounce pass inside back to Studer, and those two fail to connect. 8:21 to play. Now Kelly with the 3 ball from the left wing, no good. Rebound Aline. Here comes Atherley running the floor. She takes it strong to the hole, won't go. Over a pair of Bahamas defenders. Now Bahamas running back the other way. Kelly on the attack, that won't go. Shalonda Neely the rebound and the putback, and it's 45-41. It's a 4-point game with 7:50 to play, and out the other end of the floor, I'm not sure if a Barbados player took a finger to the eye or lost a contact.
Referees definitely let him play here. Very physical on both ends of the floor.
And now for the first time in this second half, Shania Armbruster on the floor for Bahamas. Let's see if she learned something from the coaching staff. Now Dale Marie, the kick out to Phillips. Her shot from the top of the key, no good. Atherley fighting for the rebound underneath. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Barbados. 14 to shoot.
Seems that the Barbados team are going to try to pound the ball inside, as we've seen several post up from the Barbados players in the last couple possessions.
And I think they're bringing in some size now to prevent that as Pierre comes in. And Neely sits down. Aline to Atherley. Help side defense comes over, and a foul committed by Ashley Moss. I believe they're going to get Moss, as Atherley is slow to get up. Actually, they're going to say that foul was on Diasti Delancey.
Athlete using her size advantage over the Lancey. The Barbados team are now posting up their guards. Quick scare for the Barbados team as Athlete kind of tweaked her ankle. That would have been devastating if they lost her for the rest of this game.
Yeah, that would be 2 starters. But Atherley pops up, pops the free throw. 46-41, 7.5 minutes to play. Boy, she's got a very nice stroke from the free throw line. Atherley hits them both, 47-41, back to a 6-point cushion. Kelly, right wing to Delancey, over left side to Armbrister, 3 on the way. That rattles out, but Moss is there for the putback. That won't fall, goes out of bounds, and that's going to be Barbados ball. Good open look by Armbrister. Looked like it was going to go through, but somehow Mr. Magic Hand popped it out of there. Thorpe on the right wing. 7 minutes to play. Tiffany drives, gets it to a lean. She can't quite handle it. Back to Thorpe. Jumper from the right wing. Front iron, no. And they're going to say Moss was standing on the end line when she grabbed the ball. It's going to remain in the possession of Barbados. Now Moss comes out. Shalonda Neely back on. Studer in for Thorpe for Barbados. Cumberbatch fighting through the defense. How did she not pick up her pivot foot there? Now Studer has it blocked from behind. No, they're going to say that was a foul. Foul against Shania Armbrister. Looked like it was a clean block from behind. Did not see what happened with the body underneath, but looked to be all ball. 6:41 to play. It's the second foul on Armbrister. Has not seen a lot of court time. Studer to the free throw line. Her free throw bounces back iron up and in. 48-41. Second free throw, that is no good. Rebound Neely. Still plenty of time left, Cal, but at what point does the Bahamas start to get a little nervous?
I think they are nervous from since halftime. I don't think they expected this onslaught by the Barbados team.
And now a drive by Kelly. She gets taken out of the air by Aline. Flips up the shot. It almost goes in. And she will go to the free throw line. That's 3 on Aline. Now Moss back into the game. She did not have a very long rest. Pierre sits down. Kelly at the free throw line, a 50% free throw shooter coming into this one for the tournament. They're going to say the free throw will not count as it was a lane violation. Second free throw rattles out, so Bahamas coming away with nothing. And an 8-second violation. Barbados finally had broken the press, but took just a little bit too long.
That's what they need, more pressure in the backcourt, force some turnovers, get some easy buckets.
Armbrister flips up the awkward shot, misses, but gets it back, 10 to shoot. Gets it out to Delancey. Now Neely, and now a 3 on the way from Armbrister. That's no good. Rebound to Dale Marie Cumberbatch. Dale Marie's been quiet tonight. She's only got 11 points, and yet her team leads by 7. I don't think if we'd have said that Barbados was leading the Bahamas by 7 in the fourth quarter that we would have guessed that Dale Marie only had 11 points.
Barbados coach got to be feeling comfortable with himself with 5 minutes left in the game. His scorer.
Studer's 13-point jumper, or 13-foot jumper, rather. I don't think there's a 13-point jumper in the rule book. Does not fall. And the ball batted around and out of bounds. That will go to the Bahamas following the foul. I'm going to say Rhea Phillips committed her first foul. 3 team fouls for Barbados, 2 for the Bahamas in this fourth quarter. Nesbitt on the wing. Bounce pass to Armbrister. Phillips stays on her. Now shoots over the double team. Beautiful shot by Armbrister. And it's 48-43. Not a lot of pressure that time by Barbados, or rather Bahamas. And yet Barbados turns it over. Studer hustling to get back, but then committing the foul. They're going to say it was on the floor, so a non-shooting foul. Foul is on Dale Marie Cumberbatch, so they gave up the fast break but did not give up the easy layup. It will be Bahamas ball with 20 to shoot. Now a timeout called by Barbados. Exactly 5 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter in this first semifinal game. Barbados leading by 5. We're back in Roadtown in 1 minute. A 5-point lead with 5 minutes left for Barbados. Partner, I have a feeling this one's going to come down to the wire.
We got a good one brewing. This Bahamas team can score in a hurry. Coach Mack can get their full court press going. Look for a good one.
Now Armbrister, the outside shot. That circles out. That's 2 of those that she's had circle out that looked like they were going to drop from outside. I don't think we've seen Maria Cumberbatch in this game at all for Barbados.
Just got to have a lot of respect for Coach Mack. Oftentimes, you don't find too many coaches that sit their best players down when you're fighting for a medal in FIBA basketball. She set her best offensive player down for the whole third quarter, and now she's fighting for the win.
Now a beautiful lob inside to Aline. She can't quite reach it and control it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Bahamas ball. Nesbitt, bounce pass into the corner. Armbrister for 3, no. Studer fighting for the rebound. Moss controlling. Bahamas resets. Nice move by Nesbitt. The fake on the pass and the drive. Her layup won't go, and now trapped under the basket is Neely. Bahamas controlling. Armbrister, step back. Has her pocket picked by Phillips. Will Phillips attack? She does. Has her shot blocked by Armbrister, but a foul called.
I think this Barbados team have a lot of confidence going for themselves right now. Beautiful defense. Gave it a little hesitation. Got the defender to commit, and then went up for the 2.
That was an amazing steal by Rhea Phillips. She just reached out and committed a serious act of thievery on Armbrister.
These 5 players on the floor for Barbados playing heavy minutes this game.
Phillips misses the free throw. And at this point, you have to wonder, when you look up and down the free throw shooting statistics for both teams, if this one's going to come down to free throws. That free throw rattles out. Barbados not shooting particularly good from the...
Coach Mack telling our players they're still in the game. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left. Just down 5 points. That's an eternity in basketball.
Yeah. Actually, I take that back. Barbados is shooting pretty well from the free throw line. It's the Bahamas not shooting so hot from the stripe. Now the shot off the glass won't go. Boy, there seems to be a lid on that bucket for the Bahamas sometimes.
Ambrister just can't get it to go tonight. Gotta wonder if she was sitting on the bench a little too long and she's cold.
Yeah, but it's not like her shots are way off and ugly. They're just unluckily circling out, and now the jump shot by Studer won't go. Now Kelly attacking. Up over Phillips, and that's good. Nice shot by Felicia Kelly. 48-45. And now stolen in the backcourt. Armbrister controls. She's going to take it on Atherley. Atherley with the reach-in foul. She did not give up the shot to Armbrister. Let's see what foul that is on Armbrister. That's her second. I beg your pardon, on Atherley. It'll be Armbrister to the line.
You've got to think the Barbados coach would have one of his bigger players bring the ball up to ease the pressure from those Bahamas speedy guards.
First free throw by Armbrister is good, 48-46. She can draw her team to within 1, and she does. 3:01 to play in the game. It's a 1-point contest. Barbados, actually they credited both free throws there, so it's now 48-48. It was 48-45. Now they they fixed the scoreboard. It is 48-47. That's correct. It briefly read 48-48 here in the multi-sports complex, and got me all confuzzled.
So we got a little off with the official score and the score that you guys might be seeing online. Correct score is 48-47, Barbados.
Now Studer into the lane, has her shot blocked by Moss. Ahead to Delancey. Now she feeds Moss back the other way. Her shot's blocked by Elaine, but a foul called. We are tied at 48. Moss hits the free throw. And Moss has a chance to give her team what will, I believe, be the first lead of the game. She does not connect on the free throw. Enters the lane too early anyway, and now Bahamas wants timeout. We're tied at 48. 2:32 to play. We're back in a minute in Road Town. 2:32 to play in the first semifinal game of the Women's 2015 Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships here in Road Town on Tortola, the British Virgin Islands. The multi-purpose sports complex. Bahamas has never led in this game, I believe. And now a steal in the backcourt and a foul called. They're going to say the foul was on Rhea Phillips. So Bahamas will go to the free throw line to try to take the lead. Delancey can't get the first free throw to go. Misses the second. Rebound Studer. Bodied by Moss. And now stolen by Moss. The ball goes out of bounds, I thought, but now they're going to say it's an 8-second violation against Barbados. I thought one of the Bahamas players actually dribbled the ball out of bounds during the scrum. Happened right in front of us here at the broadcast table. So Moss to inbound, 2:12 to play. Tied at 48. Bahamas has not been able to crack the lead. Inside to Neely. To Armbrister. The drive, the floater. That rattles out again. Kelly saves it though. Now Nesbitt has her pass stolen by Dale Marie Cumberbatch. And the foul against Nesbitt.
This game is going to come down to free throws. Whichever team can knock down the free throws to the end of this game is going to win it.
We talked about that as early as, I think, the 5-minute mark, if not before that. Dale Marie to the free throw line in this tournament.
Which
she's a 75.9% free throw shooter.
Both teams in the bonus was interested in. There was just a foul call on Barbados, but they didn't shoot 2 free throws.
It wasn't a foul, it was an 8-second violation. That's what the turnover was. That's what my understanding was. DMC hits the second. And it's a 1-point Barbados lead. I thought the same thing. I thought it was a foul. And now a 3 on the way. That misses. Tracked down by Moss. Armbrister for 3. That's no good. Rebound Studer.
Coach Mack telling his team to get up and press. Barbados is going to have to get somebody in the middle to relieve this pressure.
And Studer throws it away. Neely steals it. Bahamas with yet another chance to take the lead. Armbrister between the rings. 1:20 to play. Delancey right wing. Now into the corner for Armbrister. She drives, loses the handle, throws it to Atherley.
They got to slow it down, Craig. Take their time.
Studer, lob pass ahead to Aline. And she just about throws it away. Now a foul called on Felicia Kelly.
So after letting both teams play real physical in the game, we're seeing a lot of touch fouls this last minute left in this game.
So Studer to the free throw line. She's an 82.4% free throw shooter in this tournament. Nets the first. 2-point lead now for Barbados at 50-48.
From the looks at her first stroke, she looks like an 82% free throw shooter.
Of course, we both talked about her free throw shooting prowess, so that was certain to jinx her. So a 2-point lead now for Barbados. Inside of a minute to play. Armbrister for 3. And the lead! Armbrister gives the Bahamas their first lead of the game at 51-50 on the three-point bomb from the right wing. Now Phillips, the air ball from the left wing. Studer with the follow. That won't go. And the Bahamas comes away with it. 35 to play. Pass ahead to Armbrister. Bounce now to Delancey, and that's good! 53-50, Bahamas taking a three-point lead with 30.9 seconds to play, and Barbados wants timeout. We will keep it here, as for the first time, the Bahamians have taken the lead. The three-pointer by Armbrister, who sat the entire third quarter and part of the fourth before rejoining the fray, gives her team the lead, and then another bucket by the Bahamas to put them up by 3. Now if you're on the Barbados bench, what do you do here, Cal?
If I'm the coach, I'm going for the quick 2 and then trying to get a steal. If I don't get the steal, I have to foul and put him on the line.
34 seconds to play, so there is time for that. You don't necessarily have to run down and flip up a three-pointer.
You want to get it inside really fast. Try to get it inside. See if you can't pick up a foul. Get an easy deuce.
Let's see what Barbados has drawn up. On the floor for Barbados, Dale Marie Cumberbatch, Rhea Phillips, Astrid Aline, Jamila Studer, and Tony Atherley. For the Bahamas, it's Armbrister. Delancey, 3 on the way. That rattles off. Kelly brings it up. Lob ahead to Neely. She converts on the layup. It's in a 5-point lead with 20 seconds to play. Now Barbados, they've got to get a shot up here. Atherley, 3 from the left wing. Banks that one in! 10 seconds to play, and it's the Bahamas with a 2-point lead, 55-53, and Barbados with the foul. So Barbados has life, but the Bahamas must convert at the free throw line here.
Interesting stat. The Bahamas are shooting 8 for 21 from the free throw line. Barbados not doing much better, shooting 14 for 21.
So to the free throw line, it's Diasti Delancey. She's a 100% free throw shooter in this tournament. She misses that one short. And then Barbados volleyball spikes it back to the official.
Barbados got to make sure they get this rebound if she missed. If the Bahamas team makes this, it's all about done with a 4-point lead.
No timeouts left for Barbados. Second free throw is up and in, and it's a 3-point game. 8 seconds to play. Atherley bringing it up behind the back dribble. Now splitting the defenders. 3, now 2, and Barbados turns it over. And a foul called, I believe, on Atherley. And this one is going to end in favor of the Bahamas. 0.3 of a second left. Good defense by the Bahamas as Barbados could not get off a final shot. So Armbrister will go to the free throw line. But it's academic here. You can only score on a tip-in, I believe, with 0.3 of a second left. And even if she misses both free throws, you can't a 3-point tip-in. Armbrister's first free throw circles out. And if you're the Bahamas, you miss this on purpose. You don't give them a chance at a long baseball pass and something goofy happening. 57-53, and the long inbound pass tipped away by Ashley Moss. And the Bahamas coming all the way back to win this one, 57-53. We knew it was going to come down to the wire. What was the difference down the stretch?
Bahamas in the second half was able to get a lot of pressure on the ball. They forced a lot of turnovers. able to get some easy buckets. For the Barbados team, they didn't do a very good job handling the pressure in the second half. Missed a lot of free throws. Del Marie Cumberbatch was unable to really get it going today. And that way, the Bahamas are going to the gold medal round.
The Bahamas outscoring Barbados 20-8 in that fourth quarter. So the Bahamas will play for the gold medal tomorrow against the winner of our next contest, which is U.S. Virgin Islands and Jamaica. We will bring that one to you in about 20 minutes. Game time set for 9:10 p.m. We will be back. This is the Women's 2015 Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships in Roadtown on Tortola. Come on out. We have seen some great basketball here today. Back in a bit.